Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. And hey, guess what? It is hashtag Finally Friday. Congratulations. You made it through another work week. And we've got a half hour of your HCC news and information to keep you up to date going into a weekend. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend out there. One person I know who will be outside enjoying it because he's usually locked in a basement most of the week. Parrish Murphy appearing on TV once again. It's 2 days in a row, Parrish.
2 days in a row, 3 times, and we lose our license.
Yeah, and I got to admit, though, we mentioned you're locked in a basement. Tell people why.
Okay, so I work for HCCTV, and our TV production facility is in the basement at 3100 Main in the administration building.
When any of us are at the office, we're all locked in a basement. So they keep us down there for a reason, Parrish.
All troglodytes, absolutely. Yeah, that's what we are. Yes.
All right, Parrish, we want to thank everyone joining us on this Friday. Did I mention it's Friday, by the way? This Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every weekday morning when HCC is in session. Parrish, they can also catch us on social media anytime. And Absolutely. We're now on HCCTV for your viewing pleasure.
Absolutely. You can catch us on Houston Community College District Facebook page. You can also catch us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And we're also on HCCTV Monday through Friday at noon, 5 and 10 p.m.
Okay. All right, Parrish, stick around because we got a student success story. We've got Louis Cano. He is an HCC Associate of Arts graduate. He's now you're at TSU. Is that right, Louis?
Yes, it is very much.
Cool. All right. So we're looking forward here. You are an artist, from what I understand. We've seen your student success story. So we're looking forward to catching up with you. Stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. All right. We're going to kick things off. Cressandra Thibodeaux is joining us now. She's the executive director of 14 Pews Theater, and she's our Film Friday guest. Cress, thanks for being here on the show. Thank you for joining us. I think your mic is still muted. There we go.
I really appreciate it.
So for people who aren't familiar with 14 Pews, you guys are located in the Heights. Where exactly are you? And tell us a bit about the history of 14 Pews.
Sure. So 800 Aurora Street is actually, in a way, a historic old church. So for 60 years, it used to be the Sunset Church of Christ. And even though they couldn't perform with instruments, they had this amazing choir. And so some people visit 14 Pews and they say, oh, I remember the choir of the Sunset Church of Christ. So for 60 years, song has resonated in the wood of this old church. And then later became the Aurora Picture Show. And the Aurora Picture Show just started with a bang, and they're still existing and thriving, and they're in West University. So I bought the property in 2010. And unlike Aurora Picture Show, I like to see a longer format. And I do a lot of documentaries. I'm a documentary filmmaker. And so I show longer format, but I've also had plays. And I also built out the stage. I built this stage over, there was actually an adult baptismal. So it was this huge concrete like hot tub. And so I built this stage over that. And so, we run as a micro cinema, but we also show theater and we also have music. We had a Theremin Festival at 14 Pews, which I would have to say was our best festival, our best event, just because, it was packed. Okay, it was packed, but it's the Theremin world to me is fascinating. And during that event, we got to fly in 5 of the top Therminists in the entire world. So we flew them in Doric Chrysler, Armin Ra, Rob Schneider. But we just had a lot of Theremin all week long classes. So we do a variety of things, but mostly we show films.
And you also have some partnerships. Tell us about one you did with Rick Lowe and the Project Row Houses.
Oh, well, the partnership really was that Rick Lowe was our first board member. So in 2010, when I moved back to Houston, so I went to high school here at the Performing and Visual Arts, and then a part of a year at Lamar. But actually, 14 Pews really started from a class at HSPVA that I think of it. Dr. Coakley had a class. It was an interim class for a 2-week class. Create your dream job by creating a nonprofit. And so at about 14, I took this class, and it's just creating a nonprofit so you could have a creative outlet for things you do, me being a filmmaker. So Rick Lowe, when I first moved back in 2010, he came on as the president of our board. And so actually all our original paperwork has his address on it. And so he led our board at the very beginning. And he was very instrumental in just getting us on our feet. And then, of course, he skyrocketed to even greater fame since then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You have a number of events coming up. Maybe you can talk about a few of them that are going to be upcoming in the next few months.
So what we have is on October 14th to the 16th. So we have the Bechdel Film Festival. So the Bechdel Film Festival is honoring female filmmakers. And so we have a whole weekend. We have this, we have features, absolutely, feature films. But what I love is that we have these great compilations of award-winning short films that you normally won't see, that don't have distribution, that are not online, but that have done well in festivals. So we're showing a lot of those films. So we have 3 short film compilations, shorts 1, 2, and 3. We also have a feature film by Jenny Waldo, who
she's one of our faculty members. Yeah.
So her film's showing Saturday, October 15th at 9 p.m. But she's also participating in a panel discussion / happy hour at 8 p.m. So that's free, the panel discussion. And then her film follows at 9 p.m.
Now, you also do some work in film yourself. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that. Do you ever get a chance to screen those at 14 Pews as well?
I should screen more of my films. I always feel like I'm promoting films, which reminds me of another film series we have, a Japanese film series.
Oh, there you go.
Called Japanese films, classics, and even new ones, new contemporary. But these are it's for an entire year of Japanese films every other week, starting in November. And so that is curated by a new person, Marcos Ortez.
Okay.
The curator. He's from Honduras, but he's obsessed with Japanese cinema.
And go ahead.
I'm going to say, but yeah, I do films like I have this 14 Pews Film Academy. So I was teaching, teens the art of filmmaking while highlighting films about artists. So we, I guess the most popular one we did is Jesse Lott, who is an artist in 5th Ward, who is one of the co-founders of Project Row Houses. And so he was great to introduce to all these students. So we every summer have this 14 Pews Film Academy, except during the COVID.
And you also do photography as well. I mean, when do you get time to do all this? You run the 14 Pews, you do your own films and photography, right?
Yeah. So I have a photography show that's up and running now, and the closing night where we're having another opening is November 6th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's called Shadow Projections. And then next year I have an opening at G Gallery here in town. And those were
Yeah.
portraits of my mom from COVID to now. COVID was sort of, she got COVID and she got COVID brain and she went into a dementia state.
Right.
At one point, she lost the ability to speak language, the ability of language, and she didn't know who I was. She knows who I am now, but this sort of pushing her towards all time. Anyway, so it's really following that from COVID to now. So that's what that is next year in April, I think.
For 14 Pews, do you offer memberships? Do you do single tickets? How do you suggest people support 14 Pews?
We do have memberships. I always suggest just buying tickets, but memberships we do have. It's $200 for all the movies that are regular admission, unless it's a special series or unless it's the Bechdel Film Festival where you have to pay. But so tickets are mostly $10. Okay.
And if you want to check out more information on 14 Pews, we're going to put all their social media information in their website. In your website, we'll put that in our post after the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cressandra Thibodeaux, Executive Director of 14 Pews in the Heights. Make sure you check them out on Aurora. Thank you for being here this morning.
Oh, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you out there at the movie sometime.
Take care.
Thank you. All right. Student success stories. We always like to hear from our students, especially when they're doing very well. And Parrish, you're going to catch up with Louis Cano now.
Yes, I am. I'm catching up with Louis Cano, and he is an HCC Associate of Arts graduate, and he is a TSU student. Thank you for joining us, Louis. How you doing?
Very good. Thank you.
Now, I want to begin. I know that you're an artist, and I was previewing some of your work yesterday. When did you know that you wanted to become an artist?
Well, I grew up as an artist, and I essentially came into sort of an artist group. I was born into a world of artists, and I was basically introduced by that way. And by proxy, I sort of knew I wanted to be an artist because I was surrounded by art all the time. And so as I was growing up, I learned to appreciate and love the arts. So I kind of, grew to appreciate love for it. And that's how I sort of became an artist as myself.
Great. Now, how has HCC helped you further your education as well as your artistic career?
Well, it's helped me gain contacts like this show and help get the word out about my my artwork, and that I can do more artwork for more people.
Great. And what artwork are you currently working on right now?
I am working on 6 paintings, 3 abstract and 3 surreal artworks.
Now, when you started out as an artist, what were some of the things that you loved that inspired you and made you say, I want to do that?
I was inspired by guys like, Picasso and Van Gogh. But also later on, I was guided by a guy by Hirschwanger, Salvador Dali, Andy Warhol, Frida Kahlo, a lot of the works of forget his name, Mr. Diego Rivera. And, also the works of Sanchez, I forget his name.
Okay. So there were multicultural influences in the things that made you become an artist. That's awesome. Now, how you liking TSU, man? How you liking my alma mater? How they treating you there?
Really great. I'm getting ground. I'm about to graduate next semester. So yeah.
Congratulations. Okay, now what is your degree going to be in?
It's going to be a Bachelor's of Art.
Okay. I have one of those. Those are good to have, and they look good. And they look good on the counter as well. I just want you to know that. A nice little maroon casing. Now, I understand that you're not going to stop there. You're also going to go for your master's?
Yes, I'm going to get my master's degree in fine arts.
Okay. Now, what do you plan on doing with fine arts? Are you going to open your own gallery? Because I have no clue. What exactly can you do with a degree in that?
Well, with a degree, you can go into museum studies.
Mhm.
You can start teaching. You can actually start your own gallery, or you can actually work up your own business, or you can work for corporations that'll hire you. You can do corporate work.
Great. Okay. So after you get your master's, what are your plans?
Well, I'm going to see if I can start my own gallery and see if I can get my artwork circulating and maybe make my own business.
Okay. Now, who exactly do you do your artwork for? Is it just an expression of something you feel and everybody just has to jump on board, or they have to get it, or they have to find some interest in it? Or do you do things in your artwork that are specific to a target audience?
I do things mostly as an expression. There is no target audience that I'm hoping for. It's all me. I'm just trying to get people to see, the artwork that I do, see it the way I see it.
Okay. Now, with school and work and all the things that you do, how many hours do you get to put into your artwork per week?
Well, I put about 13 hours a day. 13 hours a week.
Okay.
So there's about, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I'm here. I'm working in the lab. I put in about 5 hours Monday and Wednesday, and then Friday I put 3 hours.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Great. Now, what advice would you have for other HCC art students that were in the same boat you were in?
Well, I would say that they would have to just stick it out. I mean, one thing I like to say is practice a lot. Practice makes perfect. You got to practice a lot to get better in this game. And another thing I would say is just stick to it and try try something new. You don't always stick to the same routine. Also, if you're going to do artwork, make connections very early. So if you can make a lot of you can connect to a lot of people, and they can like get to other people, and that'll help circulate your artwork.
Okay. Now, do you have a website or anything where you display any of your artwork?
No, but I do have a lot of social media outlets that I can use.
Okay, can you give me some of those right quick?
I am on Facebook, Instagram, and I believe I'm also on Twitter.
Okay, good. Well, listen, when you put together, and I believe you're going to do this because I know they do this on campus. I've been to some before. When you put together your art gallery, please give us a call. We'd love to come out and shoot it. We'd love to highlight the HCC success stories, and you're at my alma mater too. They'll treat you well. It's a really nice place. And, they got some wonderful people there at TSU, and especially artists. They have a really good culture of artists. And it's really, really wonderful. That's one of the things I really enjoyed when I was there. And, we enjoyed talking to you. Thank you so much for being on the show, Louis.
Thank you very much.
His name is Louis Cano, and he's an HCC Associate of Arts graduate, and he's also a TSU student. We'll have more information on him after the post. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We look forward to coming to a museum and seeing your artwork.
All right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right. Always good to catch up with our students. Okay. We got a few announcements before we get started on the weekend. Well, we have to work the rest of the day, but we're not going to mention that. But anyway, let's talk about Wisdom and Power to Control Diabetes. HCC's Community Learning will offer these virtual sessions through the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service. Individuals living with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, as well as caregivers and loved ones, are welcome to attend. Sessions include goal setting, videos, and engaging group activities to empower individuals to manage their diabetes. It's happening 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday, October the 11th, October the 18th, and October the 25th, and on November the 1st. It's all virtual. We'll have some information and links in our post after the show. And the Hispanic Heritage Women in Leadership have an event coming up as well, Parrish.
Yes, they do. The Women in Leadership Association will celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with a luncheon highlighting strong women. 3 speakers will discuss experiences and barriers shaping their career. Happens at 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Thursday, October the 13th, at HCC Southwest Eastside Learning Hub. We'll have more information for that in our post after the show.
Okay, fall food trucks are back. They're back. That's right. The Community Health Market Trailer Houston Food Bank truck is back at HCC for our HCC students, faculty, and staff, anyone in our community who can sign up for an available time slot. You sign up for your time slot, you stop by so you pick up some food. We know food insecurity is a big deal, especially for our students. We want to try to alleviate that with help of the Houston Food Bank. Just pick your campus, date, and time, and pick up your food. It's very easy to do. We'll have a link in our post after the show for more information to register. And prom night is coming up, Parrish.
Get your suits ready. Mark your calendar for the 2022 Betachek Hormone auction, supporting worthwhile professional development opportunities for HCC faculty. This is a fun event, and it's a great evening of bidding on great items for a great cause. It happens Friday, October the 28th at the West Houston Institute. We'll have more information in our post after the show.
Okay, there is a faculty exhibition happening. The works of Sandra De La Rosa. There you go. You all right?
I just want to say that. I just want to say like that.
It's going on through November the 4th, called Transcending Borders. It's being featured in the Faculty Art Exhibition of HCC's Southeast Campus. It's at the Eastside Learning Hub Gallery through November 4th. We'll have some information on that after the show. Of course, it's free. Just sign up. Just check it out. Go by there and attend it. Okay, and the Friday math jams are back. I know it's Friday. You'll be busy doing this afternoon.
Absolutely. Now, these are free virtual study sessions, and they're hosted by full-time math department faculty members, and where students can get homework help, where they can improve their study skills, they can study for exams, keep on track, and most of all, catch up if you're behind. All current HCC math students are welcome, and there is no need to register. Just click the link, and we'll have that in our post after the show.
Okay, let's break this down because it's very important. You've got the fall semesters underway. Mm-hmm. Second start has started already. And you're thinking, wow, I do need to get some hour credits in before the end of the semester. You still have time to do so. But keep in mind, these are shorter sessions. They're very condensed. You can still sign up for them. There are some some intensive sessions starting in October, this month, and even in November. So it's worth checking out our schedule with your course options. 5 ways you can learn. Online anytime, where you can literally log on, take the class whenever you need to. Online on a schedule, if you like to interact with your professor, maybe your classmates, you can do that as well. We also have 2 hybrid options where you do a little bit of online, some in person. We have hybrid labs and hybrid classes. And in-person classes, those are back, of course, on all of our HCC campuses, and you can sign up for those. Those are getting popular again, Parrish. Our students are wanting to come back. From what I understand, about 58% of our students now are back to going into class as opposed to just taking it online. So online's not going anywhere, but at least we're seeing a lot more students on our campuses.
Absolutely. And for registration on all of the HCC programs, go to hccs.edu/apply. That's hccs.edu/apply.
Okay, before we get to next week's shows, we do have a busy weekend ahead of us. A lot of things going on around town. One of them going on through Sunday. I'm going to try to check out the Greek Festival. That's happening in the Montrose area. Have you ever been to that?
Absolutely. I've been to all the festivals in this town. I grew up here. So that, the Montrose Festival. I went to the, what was the one that just left? The Renaissance. Been to the Renaissance Festival. I've been to all of them, man.
It just started. It didn't leave. They just started. I think it
No,
starts.
I'm saying I've gone. I mean, in years.
Oh, you've gone. Okay.
Yes. In the past, in my checkered past, I've been to
His seal of approval are on all of the fall festivals in the Houston area. And if you have any questions, feel free to email Parrish here at the station, murphy.parrish@hccs.edu, and he will answer all of your festival questions. He's an expert when it comes to festivals.
Thank you, Joe.
You're quite
no
well.
idea what that means to me. Thank you.
I know. All right. Hey, I know what it means to you on Monday because it's Mental Health Monday, and we'll welcome back to discuss a guest to talk about Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is ongoing. Also, next week, we look forward to Tasty Tuesday, Small Business Wednesday, and Thursday, Family Fun Day. And we're going to wrap up Hispanic Heritage Month as well, Parrish.
Yes, we're going to wrap it up with Diana Barrero Borges previewing her documentary about undocumented immigrants that she has done in partnership with HCC. That should be good.
Okay. All right, folks. Thanks for being here on this hashtag Finally Friday. We will be back Monday morning. Yeah. Have a good weekend, Parrish. All of you have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday morning live at 10 a.m.